if you hold any, I mean any Bitcoin, you got to see this.
Today for the Bitcoin price with DaVinci J15. Guys, sit down and get ready for this video. What if I told you that there is one Bitcoin chart which not only predicts for you here the exact all-time high of Bitcoin, but it also tells us how many Bitcoin do you need to be a millionaire in the, let's say, midterm future. We will be talking about all of that with DaVinci J15. We will be showing you this chart and showing you exactly what it predicts for the Bitcoin price. So make sure you wait until the end of the video. Before, we want to be focusing on the immediate short term for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is right now back into a very, very important territory. What does it mean for Bitcoin? What are our price targets? Are we thinking that we are going to break out towards the upside to a very specific price target? This and more we will cover in that video. And obviously we are going to talk about Ethereum in this video. What are our price targets? What is our game plan? So make sure you stick here until the very end of the video. You sit down, and also, guys, very important, you scroll down and you smash up the like button for that video to new all-time highs. Our videos are completely crushing it, guys, only because of you. MMCrypto and DaVinci together, we are making the videos with the most views on YouTube here. It's crazy. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for the engagement. Every comment, every like, everything helps. All noise you are making on that video. So make sure you press subscribe, you press the bell and press on all. And with that being said, I want to come finally to the most important question of today. DaVinci J15, how are you doing today, my man?
In the pipe, 5x5. I'm doing great, man. How you doing in Thailand over there?
This is your new signature. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I'm doing well. I mean, it's beautiful here. I'm basically sitting on the computer the whole day, preparing content, checking out the charts, working on my DeFi portfolio. It's great times to be alive. Unfortunately, not for most of the people, but for everyone watching here, certainly. So thank you so much for joining the MMCrypto family and for being prepared what is going to happen. Thanks for asking me, DaVinci. Can we pull up the charts, maybe make some Bitcoin TA, Ethereum TA, because in the short term, interesting things are unfolding. And then maybe in the last part of the video, we are going into this chart you wanted to present us, which, pretty much predicts for us the next all-time high for Bitcoin and how many Bitcoin we need to be a millionaire, so to say.
All right. So this is, okay, this is my my token. We'll talk about that later. All right. Looking at the weekly chart, we can see that, okay, we printed the previous week was printed red, kind of sad. What you can do, right? But you know what? We're looking green this week. It's interesting. Keep in mind, right? We're at the top of this reload zone, the reload short zone, or a trade location is another name for this. And basically, this zone here is between the 61.8 and the 78.6. And usually there is a little bit of a traffic here when it tries, when any kind of asset tries to break out into new territory, there's always going to be traffic at the 78.6. I use that also in the little lady strategy that works on the opposite direction. When you're coming back down, there's always going to be traffic at the 78.6. So it's a good place to purchase on the way back down, and the short on the way up. So it's great, the 78.6.
I just wanted to remind you, or maybe the people, on your last reload zone you had a few months back. It was around the $7,000 numbers, and some people were laughing at it, and look where we are right now, $12,000. So everyone who reloaded in the last reload zone at 7,000, where we were chopping around above, got a killing on his trades. I just wanted to put it out there. DaVinci, the stage is yours once again. It was just a very nice flashback now.
Yeah, exactly. So let's move on to the daily and see what we can see there. Looks like we're going to be printing. We printed a green candle for yesterday, for Monday, and so today it's just starting off. We are back above the 13 MA. Yes. We can't break back down below the 13 MA. We can only wick down below it. If we close below the 13 MA again, it could be lights out for Bitcoin. And the same can be said about Ethereum, of course, right? Let's just stick with Bitcoin for now and bring up the 4-hour chart. we're in this trade here. I mentioned earlier, hey, you know what? You should get in an entry point at the last low wick in one of our videos together. It was 11,537 approximately, and yeah, so you only had 4 candles, two 4-hour candles that you had to like sweat it out for, and then we're a positive in the green here.
Beautiful trade so far. Beautiful. Like you almost catch the bottom on this small dip here.
Yeah, exactly. So as you can see, we are bouncing off of this trend line here. We're on the other side of it, not the good side of it. We're on the bad side. We're on the downside. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. We can expect at least having a nice little W probably. The problem is, if we have too much of a W here, the unfortunate thing is, remember what I said about the daily. The daily can't close, so there's not a lot of room for us to like create a W here without breaking below the 13 EMA. However, because we're looking at the 4-hour, as long as we stay within that day, because these are 4-hour candles, within that day, and come back up above the 13 EMA on the daily, we'll be all right. So we still have a little room, but not much room to print a what's it called, a W on the 4-hour. So with that said, once we do print the W and we break above the 11,900 level, we can see this thing move really fast. I think if we do, you know what, I think honestly, even if we create a W, and this is just, you know, ifs and busts, or cherries and nuts kind of thing, fantasy. if let's just assume this is the top. Let's assume this is the bottom. This thing is going to break hard. Once it breaks out, we can see the possibility of us breaking up to 12,250. But keep in mind what I said before, where the shorts are going to be, right? They're going to be at the 12,300.
Yeah.
So that's where they're going to be lining up. They're going to be like hammering this thing to hold this thing back. And it's just going to be the final battle, right? Yeah. Who's going to win, the shorts or the longs, right?
Yes.
That's it. Again, a lot of things have to play out here. Once we break that, once we break the backs of the bears, it's 15,000. Here we come.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are some levels like the 12.1k level and also the previous high at 12.3k or so. But I do agree with you, Da Vinci. If we knock out these levels, maybe close the daily below, there is so little volume and previous traffic historically going on there. I think that cracking the backs of the bears will be very easy once we close above the 12.3k level, and other levels like the previous high of 14,000. I mean, that we can reach these levels in no time, but obviously only if we break above that. But yeah, just keeping in mind that we have this massive trend supporting the bulls, and that we have this massive institution called the Federal Reserve supporting the bulls. Maybe the odds are in our favor, but obviously let's wait and see what the time tells us. But thanks for this amazing setup, Da Vinci. I hope many people took this trade here after their own research on Bitcoin. If they did, they are profitable right now. Should we maybe do first Ethereum and then go into this chart which predicts it? I want to keep the candy until for the end of the video, Da Vinci.
Okay, sure, no problem. Well, looking at Ethereum, we are looking at the daily chart, and it's exactly like I said, it's the same as the Bitcoin chart. We've broken above the 13 EMA. Things are looking brighter. We can like really hide the Bollinger Bands because they really don't provide any kind of information other than that they're actually squeezing, and if we could probably squeeze a little bit more.
Yes, for sure.
And so, I got rid of colored coins. I love my colored coins. Colored candles. Sorry, colored candles.
Colored coins is like 2010 or so a project, right? Or 2012 or something like this.
The colored coins was part of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be like the token side of Bitcoin, but it never really took off, right?
I know. And that, I think the people are now working on Chroma Way, the same people. But not sure. Let's just continue. It was like a very old project way before Ethereum, and then Ethereum came out and crushed this project completely.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Colored coins is still part of the Bitcoin protocol. It's actually embedded in the source code, so it's still there. Anyways, we're taking a look at the rest of this chart here. Let's go down to the 4 hour and see my 4 hour mess and see what we have here. A lot of information here. I'm going to get rid of some of these lines here because there's just way too much. This is a traffic area, right? So I'm surprised we broke through it so easily, right? Look at this. Like, we just broke through that traffic area. But then again, we did have this little W here. This W is not completed. It should complete at the what's it, $417 level. So we can say that we've broken through this traffic area. This traffic area is going to hold us as support now. We can't break below it, of course. We can't break below the 13 AMA on the 4 hour either. That would be pretty much lights out for Ethereum as well. So once we get to the 417, maybe recheck the if we recheck the resistance level, that's okay. We can do a candle stick below it, but that's about it. A wick below it, and then that's it. And then off we have to get off. We go into the races, and maybe we might bounce around above, just below the 417 level to the $400 level, and then somewhere once we break the into the 430 level, yes, that's good news. But the real break will be the last top, which is the $450 level. Then it's so who knows? Maybe we could do this. We could still do this by the end of this week. It's still a possibility. It's just going to be. I mean, it will be a blow off top. If we do it this week, it'll be a complete blow off top, and you should be selling the top near 5,550, 560, because that's a complete blow off top.
I think that's interesting. If we break the $450 level, I think our next Fibonacci price target was like 560 or so. So obviously this is a number all Ethereum bulls would love to see. And I think even if you are only holding Bitcoin, looking at the previous price action of Ethereum, usually it was a harbinger, a leading indicator for future Bitcoin breakout. So seeing Ethereum breakout would be very, very interesting. But now, I mean, everyone was waiting for it, Da Vinci. If you're ready with this chart, maybe we are going into this one chart which predicts the all-time high for Bitcoin. And I can promise everyone, this chart, let's say 99.9% of you haven't seen this chart, hands down for sure. So I want to ask you, Da Vinci, what is the prediction of this chart? What is the next, let's say the next breakout target, and let's say the next all-time high target according to this chart? Before we are going into it, I want to make a quick update, very important guys. As you can see, and if you scroll down to our pinned comment, the numbers have changed. We have bumped up this bonus here for you. You have a higher bonus now. If you click these links, you get for sure the highest bonus here on YouTube, $522 for free by signing up on these exchanges, putting in your email address and your password. It takes like 20 seconds each, and you get $522 for free at a 20x leverage. That's like $10,500 trade for free. But it's important to mention that even though it is a bonus here, you should only do that if you are an experienced trader. But then you can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins on these platforms. I'm trading on all of these three exchanges myself. I was using free margin before, even in some trades I was showing you here in the video. So if you want to take advantage of that, make sure you scroll down and you use these links, because only by using our links here you can get this bonus. And now enough of that. I don't want to let anyone wait any longer. Da Vinci, please introduce us this chart. I was mind blown by it, and certainly the audience will be as well.
Well, this chart is the price of Bitcoin priced in gold. This is what I'm going to be switching to in the next bull run. I'm not going to be measuring my wealth in dollars. Forget that action. I'm going to be moving to real value, which is gold. Exactly. And so I'm looking at this chart, and you can see a clear. What do we see here? What do we see right here? We see a nice clear W pattern right there. Do you see that? Do you see that, Chris?
Yes.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's a huge one. And remember, we are here on the monthly. It is a monthly W pattern. This is crazy.
Exactly. So this is more powerful. Once we break the 9 ounces of gold, 9.7 ounces of gold, it's like rocket ship ride. On the monthly scale, of course, but still, this is going to be a short ride. I can tell you that much, and it's going to move very, very fast, very high, and very fast. I think we're going to head all the way up.
Let's do the breakout target first.
All right, so let's do the breakout target. So the breakout target, right? Once we break the 9.7, I think we're going to head over to the 17 ounces per Bitcoin, right? So you'll be able to sell your Bitcoin to 17 ounces of gold on the first target before we actually see any kind of a correction. That's a pretty heavy.
Yes, now, exactly. I wanted to mention something for everyone who cannot do the math right now. 17 ounces, even at the current price of gold. Obviously, we are expecting higher prices. Would be $34,000 and that would be only the breakout target out of this W. And we will be going into the next all-time high prediction of that. I just wanted to say something, Da Vinci. Sorry for cutting you off, but then the stage is completely yours. Probably we have some people coming here and saying, well, there are not many people looking at this chart, but I want to tell you something. Fundamentally, this is the reasonable chart to look at, because if you look at what the Federal Reserve is doing, you cannot measure any value, especially on the monthly scale. On the monthly scale, you cannot do it, promise, in US dollar, because there is so much currency printed every single month that it completely debases the measurement you are measuring the asset in the charts with. So it makes no sense. Look what Da Vinci is showing you here. It is completely going parabolic here in that recession, which is actually drawn in since March. So guys, please just understand that even though maybe not many eyeballs are on this chart, fundamentally it is a very reasonable chart to use that, especially on the monthly time frame. Maybe not on the daily, maybe not on the weekly, but on the monthly for sure. So $34,000 at the current gold prices would be the breakout target. And now, Da Vinci, once again the stage is yours. Please let us know, what is the all-time high prediction?
So once we go into a parabolic blow-off phase, which I believe this is going to be the case, because everybody's going to be afraid to hold dollars, especially since they've printed themselves into a corner and they said they're going to be printing no matter what. So that would mean we're going to see gold, this Bitcoin price, head up and just tranche gold, because when you compare Bitcoin to gold, right? And you're like, okay, can I escape from China with my gold? No. No, you can't. Can you escape from North Korea with your gold? No. Can you escape from Venezuela with your gold? No. What can you escape those countries with? Can you somebody tell me? Chris?
No.
You know what you could probably...
You cannot escape with your gold. I think I talked about that also yesterday in the video. It's a very, very good point, and this is a unique selling proposition of Bitcoin. It's basically the only freaking asset in the world where you can hedge yourself against overboarding governments, against governments who are trying to restrict your freedom. So great point, Da Vinci. Obviously, Bitcoin is sharing many propositions with gold, but this is certainly one where Bitcoin is unique.
Yeah, and so with that said, right, a lot of people will go, why do I want that when I can use this and the government can't find out that I have it? that easily, and even if they do find out I have it, I can easily just hide it a lot easier. I think I'll go with the Bitcoin. And so that this thing will just tranche gold, and we're going to see Bitcoin in the 60 range. 1 Bitcoin equals 60 ounces of gold. Yes, and that's when you sell.
Let's put that also, because it doesn't matter all too much, but everyone is interested in it. Let's put it in US dollar terms. What are you predicting for the gold price when that happens? Because obviously we are not bashing gold. We also expect gold to go higher. So what is your gold prediction? And then from there, we are going to derive the inherent US dollar denomination here for Bitcoin at the next all-time high blow off top.
Well, I'm going to leave it to Jim Rickards, who said, you know what, $10,000 gold, right? He's got a book for the new case for gold, and he's mentioned $10,000 as the logical point for gold to cover, for all the ounces of gold to cover basically the government's debts and so forth. So he sees gold hitting $10,000 an ounce. If we decide to go to a gold standard, that's the minimum we need, right? He's actually now moving his target up to 20,000, and he's talking on the talking circuit. So because they're printing so much money, so yeah. But let's just say let's take $10,000, and that would be some serious amount of cash. About 600
$650,000 US dollars. And of course we are throwing a little bit around with numbers here, but you have a very nice backups here with Jim Rickards, and also this very nice Bitcoin chart measured in gold. And let's say gold goes to 10,000 in the next few years at the next blow off top, then that would put Bitcoin at 650,000 US dollars. It would equal you having the necessity of having like 1.5 Bitcoin to be a millionaire. The question what you can buy with it's another question, of course. This is maybe something for another episode. And if gold goes to 20,000, it would be half of that. It would be 0.75 Bitcoin. But I want to tell you, if this scenario comes into place, and if Bitcoin reaches 650,000 US dollars, you will not be able to buy the same things like you can today with 650,000 US dollars. That's almost a certainty, guys. So please be prepared for that. And Da Vinci, let me close the door because the wind is coming now.
No problem.
All right,
yes.
That's it. And thank you, Da Vinci, for showing this chart. I really like this quick excursion, playing a little bit with the numbers, expanding our mind to what is actually possible here in the next few years. So thank you so much for that. Thanks for the Bitcoin and Ethereum TA. And before we go into the next point, I wanted to incentivize everyone right now. First of all, thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. It's great. It supports the channel a lot. But also we want to give back, guys. You can take part here in the decision process of what we are covering in the next few videos. You see the altcoins popping, you see me covering my DeFi portfolio completely transparently with you. I have a few 100%ers, 30%ers only within a week. So of course subscribe to the Twitter channel if you want to see the news about that. But also you can take part here if you scroll down to the comment section and you leave your favorite altcoin suggestions in the comments. You upvote each other's altcoins. We will we will govern this comment section, and we will take the most upvoted ones, the most popular ones, and also incorporate that in our future videos. So make sure you do that right now. Let me close the door. The rain is very heavy now. It's a monsoon. Just a second. Just a few hundred meters there. It's completely sunny. Wow. Anyway, all right, but now that we covered all of that, Da Vinci, I know that you're working on some kind of an experiment. Can you maybe tell us a little bit more about that? We touched base on that on the last video a little bit already. So please let me know how is it going forward here. It is your own token, obviously without any promises, without any telling us people to buy it. Just don't buy it, check it out. It is an experiment, but please, Da Vinci, the stage is yours. Let us know, what is it all about?
Yeah, I'm just talking about it. I'm not saying that you should go run out and buy this. I'm not saying you buy it at all. If you want to buy it, you can. There's lots of liquidity, but I'm not going to say, hey, go buy this thing, pound the table or anything like that. I am working with my Pandora's Wallet guys, subscribers to we're figuring out some useful utilities for this token, and yeah, it's going to be fun. You can see there's lots of liquidity, so if you decide to buy it then sell it back, that's fine, right? There's lots of liquidity there. There's not a problem with that. The price won't move that much if you buy 1 or 2 tokens, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, we're going to have like some sort of utility where this is a social token where, you know what, we're going to give you some different special incentives to, hold the token. So for example, maybe another Telegram group where I provide the special content for token holders. And also maybe even pay out a dividend based on my revenue from YouTube. Maybe. I don't. For anybody that's working at the SEC, right? If I decide to do that, it's just from the goodness of my heart.
Yeah, exactly. So the bottom line is, guys, if you're interested in that, if you love DaVinci, most of you do. Check it out, because obviously if you are just going out there and throwing your money on it, you get burned. This is an experiment right now, but we really wanted to show it to you. So take it as it is, and thanks DaVinci for this interesting experiment here. Thanks everyone for watching and for supporting us, obviously for going to the pin comment, taking advantage of these bonuses, supporting DaVinci, subscribing to him, subscribing to us. All of this is highly appreciated. Our Telegram group has 18,000 members already. It's completely mind-blowing, guys. We are for sure the strongest community in crypto. This is proven by the numbers, so thank you so much for that. And I wanted to end it up for today, but before I'm doing that, I wanted to ask you, DaVinci, do you have any last words to share before we are wrapping it up for today?
Yeah, always play from a position of strength and don't get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto, already today or tomorrow. And as always, guys, click the subscription box right here and click the Bible tutorial right there. And as always, guys, bye-bye.